Just want to kick this thing off by saying thank you for coming. This webinar is brought to you today by Life Sciences Dreamin 2024. Life Sciences Dream was created by Cloud Adoption Solutions to fill an unmet need in the life sciences industry. It's a space to learn best practices and see the possibilities for Salesforce.com and other related go-to-market technology and processes. And it's tailored to the life sciences industry. I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors for 2024, Fido SEO, Wise Wolves, Spags Corp, Definitive Healthcare, Loy AI, and Cloud Kettle. And I want to call out that registration and call for speakers is open. So we would love to see anyone here in Philadelphia this October. And I'll throw out that I have a really sweet 70% off discount code. We have a little under 30 of those left. So if you're interested and you're thinking about attending, send me just like a direct message or LinkedIn or whatever for that discount code. I'm happy to send it your way. And with that, I would love to hand it over to Eric so he can get this demo jam going.
All right. Thank you, Liv. All right. So demo jams, I'm sure most of you have participated in them in the past. For those who may not have, they're pretty simple. There's literally 3 rules. Is kind of how Salesforce always describes them. The first rule is it must be a live demo of your product. They always say no slides and no pre-recorded videos. I always add an intro slide or 2 about yourself and your company is totally fine. But the rest should really be a live demo of your product because that's what we're here for. That's what everybody wants to see is show off the goods, show your product and what it can do, and do it quickly in 3 minutes, which that's rule number 2. You have a 3-minute time limit to do this on, and you will be cut off when your time is up, or I will make some sort of attempt at interrupting you and telling you your time is up, but I will also give you a 30-second warning when you're getting close to the time so you can kind of hopefully gauge for yourself where you are and how close you are. And rule number 3 is the audience that's online with us today is going to vote and choose the winner, and Lou will facilitate that once our last demo jammer has done their thing. And with that, we will get things rolling. Oliver from Elements Cloud, you're up first. So why don't you get your screen ready to prepare, and I will tell everybody about Elements Cloud.
Sure. Thank you, Eric.
All right. Elements Cloud is the change intelligence. Whoops. And you started sharing your screen and my blurb just disappeared. It got hit.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No worries. It was my fault. I should have realized I was going to do that. Anyway, Elements Cloud is the change intelligence platform that helps you accelerate your time to value from Salesforce. It allows you to make intelligent change decisions based on a shared understanding of org configuration, dependency analysis, and documentation. Powered by AI, it dramatically shortens the time to draw process diagrams, write complete user stories, and create solution recommendations. It brings together teams and breaks down silos of knowledge. Changes are implemented faster with confidence, rework is reduced, and user adoption soars. All right, Ollie, are you ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, take it away. Your 3 minutes begins now.
Oh, thank you. So I'm actually going to start off with a fact. So we've done some research at elements.cloud and we found that over 50% of custom objects in an org never get used. And a further 40% of custom objects that do make it into the org are not used after about a month of being there. So that's a huge problem with technical debt that we're trying to address with our product. The first way I'm going to show you we can do that is to help you with process mapping. And actually using AI, you can automatically generate maps now. So the way I would do this is using a map name that I'm going to give it, a description, so we can describe what it's for, and some instructions here, which is effectively like an AI prompt. I can press create here, and in a couple of minutes, it's going to generate a map for me. Now, this is a demo jam, so I'm going to have to skip to the next part because I only have 3 minutes, but the map is going to look a little bit like this, okay? And the next stage for me after having this process map is to analyze what I'm going to do to support the business. Okay, so this is the business process. And I need to write some user stories to plan the work I'm going to do, the changes to my system. Now, again, this can actually be quite time consuming and difficult to do, and sometimes a little bit boring as well. So I'm going to automatically generate some user stories, and they're going to be linked to this process for me automatically. So here we go, generate stories. And within 3 clicks or so, I've got some stories generating for me. And this is great because A, it saved me a lot of time, but also it means that my developers, my admins are going to have this documentation ready, already linked to how the business works and in context so that they know not just what they're building, but why they're building it as well. They're also going to have a trail of documentation of everything that they've done so that the next person that comes in to look at the org knows everything that's been done and the reason why. So these are my list of stories here. They, as you can see with the green highlighting, they're actually linked to the part of the process that it's relevant to. And they're also including the systems and the resources that are relevant there. So I'm not missing anything out when I'm planning here. Let's find one here, an example to take a look at here. So it's generated for me a summary. It's generated a description in a consistent format. All of these have the same format here. And it's generated me 3 pieces of acceptance criteria as well. So like I said, consistent, clear documentation that anyone in the business can read and understand. Now, the final thing that I would want to do,
30 seconds.
take a look at how I might want to implement this. So I'm going to ask Elements again, and using AI, it's going to read through my org. It's going to understand the descriptions I've given it, and it's going to tell me what I could reuse or what I may need to build again so that I can plan the work that I'm going to do here. It's going to help me avoid the technical debt issue of rebuilding things that I don't need. And it's going to help me target the business needs really clearly and save me tons of time. So come and take a look at elements.cloud and we can help you accelerate your business.
And that's time. Well
All
done,
right.
Ollie. Finished up
Thank
right
you.
on time. Nicely done.
Let's
All right. Coming up next, we have Lucas Ribeiro from Recipe Pro. Lucas, why don't you work on getting connected? And I will tell everyone about Recipe Pro. Welcome to the future of data integration with Recipe Pro. In just a few clicks, seamlessly connect your custom Salesforce data to CRM Analytics, Tableau, Snowflake, or AWS. Experience the power of Recipe Pro as it transforms your scattered data into coherent, actionable insights in real time. Unlock the power of your data, make smarter decisions faster, and streamline your operations with Recipe Pro, where data meets intelligence. All right, Lucas, are you ready to roll?
I am ready.
All right, and your 3 minutes begins now.
All right. Well, I wanted to thank you guys for coming. I want you guys to think a little bit in a moment about your day-to-day and think about how normally data integration is a hurdle for you guys to be able to, in your businesses, to be able to grow, to take advantage of all the things you're building. And Recipe Pro is actually here to convert that hurdle into a launch pad so that as soon as you launch a new change to an existing object or to add a new relationship, and as you're developing something like what elements.cloud to show you've developed some new series of objects and relationships and did some tightening, now you have to be able, just like in Salesforce, as soon as you update your objects and you start inputting data, you can get your reports back, but your downstream integrations can't, right? And then you need to go and work with your data engineering team to be able to get that up and running. Well, Recipe Pro allows us to take that and we analyze that metadata and are able to convert that into up-to-date recipes or integration so that you can put it into your downstreams analytics tools or for backups so you can get in-context data where it needs to faster and start leveraging it as soon as you get those changes done. So, for example, I want to show one of our newer features here today of being able to do a bulk recipe. So we're now able to get multiple reports. So if I want to get my contract data and I want to see it side by side, I want to see my contracts and I want to see everything that helped make that contract happen. I want to get all the activities and contacts and opportunities. I can just select those report types and I can just go ahead here, click generate recipe. And in the back end, our engine's going to go ahead and generate that recipe and we'll get a little bit of a preview of it. And then we can just go ahead and go ahead and say contract analysis. And I'll call this demo jam. And once we get a review here, we can look at all the tables that it's bringing in, all the relationships. So it's going to be quite a bit in a bulk one. All we have to do is click send recipe. And just like that, it's going to generate a recipe in the back end here. And we can go over and see what that recipe looks like. Okay. And so this is what a bulk recipe looks like. Once it gets generated, you get several different outputs, all these relationships. This is, on average, based on our feedback, it's about 8 hours to build a recipe like this, 4 to 8 hours, depending on the complexity.
30 seconds left.
And we just did it in a few seconds. So now I want to show you, now we showed you how to get it into a CRM Analytics or a tool like that, and Zoom's in my way. I want to show you how you can do the same thing. Let me just pick a random report here. I can get it into Snowflake. So if we choose not to go local, our engine is also going to go ahead and generate the code that you need to create a matching table in Snowflake. And then once we create the matching table in Snowflake, we're able to go ahead and send that.
And that's
So
gone.
that data is now backed up in Snowflake. Thank you.
All right. Nicely done there, Lucas. All right. Coming up next, we have Rebecca Schmidt from Coachum. Rebecca, why don't you get connected and I'll tell the folks about Coachum. Coachum's coaching execution software services and platform develops your managers integrate coaches used in the context of one-on-one meetings between a leader and their team members. Coachum clients see better sales execution, increased quota attainment, and less attrition. The platform cuts meeting preparation time, removes guesswork, and makes coaching people, not just deals, practical and effective at driving behaviors that matter most. Better coaching by better managers creates better reps, better teams, and better outcomes. All right, Rebecca, are you all set?
Yes.
Your 3 minutes begins now.
Thanks so much. So as Eric said, Coachum is a tool specifically for first-line managers. And we work with CROs and enablement professionals who really believe that the frontline manager is the key to driving revenue growth, that's how they're going to make their number. They enable the frontline managers and the reps will succeed. So just so everybody knows, I'm showing you right now a standalone package for Coachum, but it is an app in Salesforce. So just so everybody knows, it sits right into Salesforce. So what you're seeing here is Coach's Corner. This is where the frontline manager will go every day to look at what's coming ahead for them. So you can see here in the left-hand corner, I'm Elaine Bennis, and these are my reps over here. So as Eric said, this is about a one-on-one. So I'm having a one-on-one coaching session with Lynn. Lynn is my rep. And the first challenge that Coachum is solving for is really making sure that week over week, I know what Lynn is working on and Lynn knows what she's working on. So you can see here when I'm having the conversation with her, I can ask her, did she do the learning that she was supposed to do last week? Yes or no? And this allows me to not only keep track, but hold her accountable. That's our challenge number one we're addressing. Challenge number two is taking all of the data that we have in Salesforce, all of the data in Call Intelligence, and really analyzing that to figure out what is each rep doing well. So I want to give them something every week to say, hey, great job doing this week, Lynn, and give her that attaboy, attagirl. The next piece is understanding, again, through all of the data, what she needs to work on. So I'm analyzing all of the data and I'm coming up to say, you know what, this week, she needs to work on getting more deals into the pipeline. And what's going on? Well, again, through the data analysis, we can figure out for Lynn specifically, and it's going to be different for each rep, but what's going on. So right here, she's not discussing competition enough. And so we're addressing challenge number 3 here by identifying how can she get better at that one specific thing. And so I'm giving her learning. So I'm able to pick from custom learning items for each of these, what she's going to work on for the week ahead. I send the email to her and then she gets that email. And then next week, that starts my one-on-one. So I'm focused on what's going to get her better week over week. Consider the same for a team performance. So I'm having a team meeting and Coachum's going to do the exact same thing. It's going to analyze the data and tell me what I need to work on week over week to get my team better at the skill of selling. Look at that, Eric. I was early.
Oops, here I am muted and I'm still talking. Nicely done, Rebecca. 8 seconds left on the clock there.
Thanks.
All right, coming up next, we have Matt Diaz from Easy Protect. Matt, why don't you get yourself connected here while I tell the folks about Easy Protect.
Yep.
Easy Protect is the leading enterprise virus scanning platform for Salesforce. Many people do not realize that files uploaded to Salesforce are not being scanned for viruses, but why should you care? It's simple. Viruses help attackers steal your data. Easy Protect stops attackers in their tracks, protecting you, your customers, and your data in Salesforce. Easy Protect gives you true peace of mind that you need so you can get back to focusing on your business and your customers. All right, Matt. Whenever you're ready, begin sharing your screen and we'll get going.
All righty. All right, good to go.
Ready to roll. All right, and your 3 minutes begins now.
All right. Hello, my fellow trailblazers. My name is Matt with Easy Protect, and I'm reporting to you live from the doctor's office, a place where no one likes to be, but also nobody likes their data being stolen directly from Salesforce. So I'm here to show you how Easy Protect stops viruses in its tracks. So today, I'm playing the role as an injured patient. Now, Trailblazers, I did used to play in the NFL. I used to be a lot stronger than I am now, and I found that out the hard way. Unfortunately, on a bench press, trying to lift weights I could no longer do, and I tore my pec, so that led to multiple doctor's visits. And now I need to take those doctor's receipts and submit it to my healthcare insurance provider so I could be reimbursed for those claims. So my healthcare provider has this beautiful digital experience set up for me to allow me to submit for a claim here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this will bring me to the form where I fill out some personal information for my healthcare provider to judge me on here. And guys, I wasn't lying about the NFL. I did used to play there, go Titans, but I fill out this form here and upload my doctor's receipt so I can receive some reimbursements. So I'll go ahead and upload this. Now it's important to know, guys, that at this point in time, this file has already entered into your Salesforce, and this is where Easy Protect will begin the scanning process. And we treat every file as if it's guilty until proven innocent. There's a zero trust policy, so no file can be accessed by a service agent until it's deemed to be safe. So I'm going to go ahead and actually submit this claim now. And you can see that a case was created in Salesforce. I received the case number. And at this point in time, I'll be changing my hats quite literally from the injured patient to the service agent that is in charge of filing this claim now. So I'll go ahead to my claims tab here, and I'll see that there's a new claim ready for me to begin processing. I could see all the personal information from the patient. I'll go ahead to this related tab, click on the doctor's receipt to start processing for the reimbursement for the customer. I'll click download, and boom, we could see here that the file is now permanently blocked, and that's because Easy Protect Scanner found the uploaded file from the customer to be malicious, and now this doesn't allow any of the internal service agents to access the file, and it stops the spread of the virus within your Salesforce. Now, to all my admins, to all my security people, another cool feature is that we have this very robust dashboard that shows all different types of scan activity. My favorite feature on this dashboard is the threats by user. So you can see if there's repeat offenders, people constantly sending viruses into your Salesforce, and you can have a conversation with that person like, hey, stop trying to steal my data, please, right? And all in all, that's a functionality. So when I'm not spending time hurting myself, you guys could find me on LinkedIn and we could stop these viruses together. Sound good?
All right, and you finished right on time. Well done there, Matt.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, coming up next, Rebecca Gray from Capstorm. Rebecca, you know what to do. All right, Capstorm's Salesforce data management platform provides a pathway to ownership and control over your Salesforce data and metadata. Whether you need better sandbox seeding, verifiable backups, more robust, wow, can't say that word today, robust analytics, data migration solutions, or assistance with regulatory compliance, Capstorm has you covered. Rebecca, you ready to roll?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right, your 30 seconds, your 3 minutes begins now.
I could do 30 seconds, Eric. You know me. I'm quick. All right. We're going to talk about a practical problem today. And it's something that frankly drives me crazy and probably drives a lot of us a little crazy. We pay Salesforce quite a bit of money, part of how it works, and we get a lot of these sandbox environments. Now, as admins and developers, I want to be able to get actionable work done in my sandbox. And I have one full copy and one partial copy. That's not enough. I have a ton of developer orgs, but they're not very usable. Why? Well, here's the problem. I don't have anything in there. I have metadata. I don't have any data. We're going to fix that today. And I am going to throw down a bit of a challenge because I believe no one else on the planet really does it like Capstorm. So here's the challenge. I'm going to seed the sandbox. I'll click into a record. We're going to look at it. If you have a solution that you think can do the same thing with a few clicks and give you that type of data, I'll send you $100 if you show me a better way to do it. Here's what we've got. I'm going to grab accounts and all of accounts children. Now, I'm not talking one layer of relationship like account contact, I'm talking all the way down. So I have things in here like attachments and emails. I even have images. So far, now granted, of course, we have this fun little screen share thing. I'm on my laptop today. Gotta move that thing over. Start. There we go. Push the button. Not very hard to do, right? Now, what you don't see under the hood is I have some triggers I'm disabling. I have validation rules involved. I have a flow I have to turn off. But what I did is I picked, give me accounts, give me all the children, go. Now, we're going to give this just a second to run. And when it does, I'm going to be able to go into my Salesforce. And in just a second, we are going to have data that's actually usable in this environment. This is the fun part of the demo while I wait for things like you can't see it, validation rules to be turned off, duplicate rules turned off, etc., etc. But we should have some data now. What I really want to show you is my AAA test account. Anybody else? AAA test account shows up
30
great.
seconds.
List view. 30 seconds. Let's hope my internet can get me through here. Something Capstorm does, I don't think anybody else will be able to do for you, is give you this massive depth of relationship. And if my stuff all loads correctly before I get to it, we are going to get data even down to cases, emails, and I have a picture in there. So a picture, I think it's a happy birthday card I uploaded because images are incredibly difficult to handle in Salesforce, especially knowledge.
And
You might just have to take my
phone.
word for it.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Thanks, Rebecca. One of the other challenges of doing live demos, if the internet's not the strongest, sometimes things don't quite go as quickly as you want them to. Feel nicely done, Rebecca.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, Steve Pograbivsky. I hope, Steve, I pronounced that relatively close to
Very
the
good.
accurate pronunciation. Very good. Awesome. All right, while Steve's getting loaded up, let me tell you a little bit about Data Groomer. Data Groomer delivers a powerful, yet the easiest data deduplication and data quality solution for Salesforce, so your users can confidently rely on their data and your organization can deliver on the promise of a 360-degree customer review. More specifically, Data Groomer identifies, removes, prevents duplicates, verifies data accuracy, standardizes data formats, and automates maintenance, all within one comprehensive data quality platform that is powered by AI. Steve, are you ready to roll?
I am.
All right, and your 3 minutes begins now.
Thanks, Eric. So as Eric mentioned, we are a solution for data quality. We focus specifically on data deduplication. And our big differentiator between other solutions, including Salesforce, is how we detect duplicates. We use a subset of AI called machine learning to identify duplicates. So the minute you connect Data Groomer to your Salesforce org, we will automatically go and start analyzing duplicates in your account, contact, leads, cross-object leads and contacts, and we also support custom objects. After that detection process completes, you can go to our navigation bar. You can go to any of the data sets that we have pre-created, and you can always create your own data sets. Open them up and view the duplicates. So this is an example duplicate. You have 4 records here. You can have as many as you like. Here, you can change which record survives. You can also copy data from child records into the master record, and you can create rules that will automate this process. Once you complete it, you can go ahead and press merge, and Data Groomer will merge the data for you. If these are not duplicates, you can press unmatch. One of the other cool features that I don't have time to show you is when you merge, we do have an ability to reverse the merges. We will completely bring back the merge to its original condition if you make a mistake. A second option for merging data is using a mass merge, which is based on match confidence. Each group gets a match confidence, and you can select the minimum, and we will do the merging for you. The final way is to use our scheduler module. Scheduler module allows you to create jobs, including mass merge jobs that will run periodically, fire, and do the mass merging without you having to do anything in the system. I want to also show you a couple other modules. The brusher module is our data management, data quality module. Very similar to Trimmer, but here we work on data management and data quality. So actions such as mass verifications, we can verify emails, phone numbers, and mailing addresses, and transformations, things like state to abbreviation, country, zip codes, and so forth, happen here. The last module that I want to demonstrate is Importer, which is very similar to Data Loader with one big difference. We will analyze any data that you're trying to import into Salesforce for duplicates. We will compare it to the data you have in Salesforce. When we're done, you'll see something like this: how many records did not have duplicates, and then how many records did have duplicates. Once you have this information, you can preview it. You can then execute actions such as a mass import, which you can also add to a campaign.
30
And your
seconds.
duplicate records can be ignored, or you can use the duplicate records to enrich the data you have in Salesforce. So if there's anything there, we can update the data in Salesforce, and we can do it in bulk. I don't have time to show you a lot more, but there's a lot of other great features. There's a 14-day trial online that you can go and try. There's nothing to install or configure in Salesforce. Just connect and you'll be ready to go. Thank you.
All right. With 3 seconds to spare there, Steve. Nicely done. All right, and coming up next, we have our final demo jammer, Larry Hill. Why don't you get connected? The Express console streamlines opportunity and task management in the Sales Cloud. It was created with Lightning Web Components and runs right in the Lightning user interface as a tab, no integrations required. It's designed to simplify the process of managing a pipeline and only requires about 50% of the clicks of regular Lightning to do so. It makes extensive use of pop-ups with a clean, uncluttered user interface. Salespeople love its simplicity and its speed. It's much faster than standard Lightning. Larry is going to show you a number of innovations he's created with the Express console that improve both the usability and the speed of the Sales Cloud. The ultimate is adoption by salespeople. Larry, are you ready to roll?
Yeah, all set.
All right, your 3 minutes begins now.
Good deal. Thanks, Eric. So the Express console is all about making the Sales Cloud easier to use for salespeople. But to make it easier, you've got to do things differently from regular Lightning. So I'm going to show you some features you've never seen before in Salesforce, starting with a nice, clean list of opportunities here. No clutter, just a simple list that you can sort according to however you might want to look at it. You can pin an opportunity up to the top here. And this is where the Express console sort of departs from what you might have seen regularly in Salesforce, because it combines objects. You actually, within an opportunity, you can expand it and show the various activities, the recent 6, 8, 10 activities that have gone on with that opportunity. Now, the Express console makes extensive use of pop-ups. So anytime you hover on blue text, you get a pop-up, and these can cascade up to 3 different levels. So you can get contact information, you can get account information without even leaving the screen, or expand them out into the right portion of the screen for greater detail. Now, there's more unique features here with pop-ups. So say you've taken a lot of notes in a meeting, and you've got a whole list here. You have a nice expand capability to take a look at the entire list. And if you've got to-dos within those notes, you can right-click on them and say, listen, let's create a new task. And it'll take that highlighted text, put it into the subject of a new task, and relate it to both the contact and the opportunity that the item came from. So now we've also built some task management into the Express console with the today list. We've got a list here that shows the 3 key areas that salespeople focus on all day long. It's like, who do I have to call? What else do I have to do? And what's on my calendar? And it's very simple to use. You've probably never seen drag and drop before in Salesforce, where you just prioritize your tasks according to drag and drop. When you complete them, you can just tick them off and they disappear. If you decide you want to put something off till tomorrow, you just hit the minus sign and it'll disappear. It'll put tomorrow's date on it. And at the end of the day, if you want to wallow in all of your accomplishments, you can take a look and see very easily at everything you've accomplished.
30 seconds.
So now there's a couple of millions of other features in here that I'd love to show you in a custom demonstration, but there's also a couple of different views here. First of all, we've got a forecasting view that adds columns here for a full forecaster view, but also retains that ability to look back and see what's gone on with a deal in a given period. And finally, there's a prospecting view, gives you the same kind of approach where you can see the last 3 activities that have gone on with a prospect via pop-ups.
And that's time.
And here's a complete demo if you'd like to take a further look.
All right, thank you, Larry. All right, everybody. Now the fun part, the voting. I will be putting a link to a form in the chat here in just 1 second for you all to click on and to do your voting. Remember, vote for your favorite demo the one you like the best. And also please remember, only vote once because Liv is going to be watching who's voting. And she'll come in on the screen here with the results in just a couple of minutes. All right, everybody, vote away.
It's really cool to see
Awesome demos
the
today.
background. That was awesome. I see
Yeah.
all the votes flowing. We only have 16 responses and there's over 30 of us in here. So I'm going to give it a little more time.
So, I have seen a few of these companies demo these products before, but it's been a little while for all of them, and everybody had something new. So I enjoyed this quite a bit. It's always fun to see the growth in these products and the new things they're bringing on board.
All right. Yeah, this is always, it's so hard because everything's so, well, they're also different, which makes it extra challenging. All right. I think we need just one. All right. I think we have it. The votes are in.
Drum roll, please.
We didn't think about a virtual drum roll, did we?
And we have Easy Protect by Adaptus. Matt,
All
first
right.
time presenting too. This is his first demo jam. All right.
Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I don't really have a prize, but I'll find one. I'll find a prize. I should have thought through that.
How about that hat? You can send the hat out.
Yeah, the Mongolian wrestling hat. That'll
There
work.
you go.
Ooh, Liv, I would not be upset with that.
All right. Thanks, everyone. I'm also going to throw into the chat Life Sciences Dreamin website. If you're interested in attending, I have a really nice discount code. I only have about 30 left. So send me a message and I can get you a discount code. Make sure you can attend for a lot cheaper. So thank you, everybody.
Fantastic.